Labrador Retriever training, teaching boundary training. Labrador Retrievers are known for their friendly and easygoing nature. They are one of the most popular dog breeds in the world due to their loyalty and intelligence. However, like any other dog breed, Labradors also need to be trained in order to prevent any behavioral issues. One important aspect of Labrador Retriever training is teaching them boundary training. Boundary training is the process of teaching dogs to stay within certain limits and not wander off. This is essential for their safety and the safety of those around them. To start boundary training with your Labrador, you need to establish clear boundaries. Decide on the areas where you want your dog to have access and areas that are off limits. This could include rooms in your house, certain parts of the yard, or specific furniture. Make sure these boundaries are consistent and clearly communicated to your dog. Next, you need to teach your Labrador the stay command. This command is crucial for boundary training as it allows you to control your dog's movement. Start by holding a treat in front of your dog's nose and slowly move it away from them while saying stay. If your dog stays in place, reward them with the treat and praise. If they move, gently guide them back to the original position and try again. Consistency is vital when it comes to boundary training. Reinforce the boundaries by using visual cues such as fencing or physical barriers. You can also use verbal cues like saying no or stay when your Labrador is approaching the boundary. Make sure to reward and praise your dog every time they respect the boundaries. One effective method to teach boundary training is the red light, green light game. Start by walking your Labrador towards the boundary while saying green light and allowing them to move freely. However, as soon as they approach the boundary, say red light and firmly say stay. If your Labrador listens and stops, reward them with a treat and praise. If they continue to move, gently guide them back and repeat the process. Another important aspect of Labrador Retriever training is using positive reinforcement. Positive reinforcement involves rewarding your dog for good behavior instead of punishing them for mistakes. This helps create a positive association with boundary training and encourages your Labrador to stay within the limits. Consistency and patience are key during the boundary training process. Remember, it takes time for your Labrador to fully understand and respect the boundaries. Be prepared for setbacks and be consistent with the training methods. With time, your Labrador will learn to respect the boundaries and stay within the designated areas. It is important to note that boundary training should not be confused with containment training. Containment training involves using physical barriers such as fences or dog crates to restrict your Labrador's movement. While containment training is necessary in certain circumstances, boundary training focuses on teaching your Labrador to respect certain limits even without physical boundaries. In conclusion, boundary training is an essential part of Labrador Retriever training. Teaching your Labrador to stay within certain limits promotes their safety and the safety of those around them. Establish clear boundaries, use positive reinforcement, and be consistent in your training methods. With time and patience, your Labrador will become well-trained and respectful of the boundaries you set.